What's up, guys? It's your boy, Mythical Mario Bros. Yay! Also, I just want to say thank you guys so much for getting my first stick figure video past 100 views. Looks like a lot of you guys like these, so how about another one? So in this video, I will be going through every Mario Kart Wii Nitro track and picking which ones are the best, in my opinion. So basically, Mario Kart Wii was the very first Mario Kart game I have ever played. So I have a lot of childhood memories from that game. So, without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Starting at 10th place, we have a track that not many people are talking about. So I'm talking about Wario's Gold Mine. Now, not a lot of people like this course, mainly because of the messed up respawn points. But when I was younger, I found this track very fun to play on. I always loved those huge dips in the road. Those were always fun. So, the part I messed up the most on is the huge dip inside the mine area. I would always fall off there. That made me mad a lot. Those half pipes will always be the second best part on this track, but they sadly got cut from the Mario Kart 8 version. So overall, this is one of Wario's best tracks he's had. So at 9th place, I struggled for picking a spot on this list. But for this, I decided to settle on Moonview Highway. So as a kid, I found this one to be hard. Like really hard. But there was a track that will be mentioned later, and it made me realize this is not the hardest course in the game. Those bomb cars can be hard to avoid at certain places, and when playing this, I would always get right in front of the cars and watch my characters become flat. It never gets old. This might be the best nighttime highway ever made, but it won't beat Mushroom City. Maybe next time, Moonview Highway. In fact, while I was writing this script, they announced that this track would be coming back. Well, it's already back in Mario Kart Tour as part of the Night Tour. I still have to play it, don't I? At 8th place, we have Mushroom Gorge, and this version looks very different from the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe remake. This track would always make me mad when I was younger because 1, I couldn't stay on the track easily, and 2, this track had the weirdest respawn points, unlike Wario's Gold Mine. So I would sorta, kinda rage whenever I got put back to where I couldn't catch up at certain points. I know, I was a weird kid. But now I actually enjoy the track a whole lot more, and I can finally do the gap jump, which I could never be able to pull off. Only in 200cc on Mario Kart 8. I think this might be one of the coolest mushroom tracks that was ever created in the series. In 7th place, we have DK Summit. And just because this is such a low place doesn't mean it's that bad. It's still really fun. This is really an adventure every lap because of the gameplay. You start in front of a crowd in the stands, which looks to be at a ski resort kind of setting. Then you're shot out of this cannon all the way to the top, and you have to drive all the way back down while trekking off a bunch of hills and ramps. Those snowboarding Shy Guys really messed me up a few times. I had to restart this track a bunch of times to perfect it. So it may seem like I was a bit hard on this track about the snowboarding Shy Guys, but it's still a fun and enjoyable track to play on. So in 6th place, we have Toad's Factory, and this is a good track. In fact, I'd even go farther than good. It's amazing. Now, I always love what they did to this track. It really goes to show how detailed they can be with a track like this. At first, I didn't show much of a reaction to it, but after playing it, I realized that it was really a true masterpiece. I love the absurd amount of conveyor belts there are, but do you know why the conveyor belts are fun? I can sit there and watch my character fall into a hole at the beginning. It's so fun to watch. This is everything in a Toad track done correctly, unlike Toad Circuit from the 3DS, but it's not in the top 5 on this list. Maybe next time, Toad's Factory. Alright, so starting off the top 5, we have Rainbow Road. I wanted to try and avoid adding Bowser's Castle or Rainbow Road on this list, but this deserves the 5th place spot. It's a bit harder than Moonview Highway, but still fun. I love how chaotic this track can be at some points. And that huge dip at the beginning is really fun, which is known for being skipped by doing the moon jump shortcut. Those huge gaps in the middle of the road are so fun to jump over, but you need a mushroom to do it successfully. I hate what Mario Kart Tour did to this track. They took every interesting aspect from this track and said, alright, no fun allowed. I really hope that when this comes into the Booster Course Pass, they do what they did to 3DS Rainbow Road. Even with the horrible visuals in Mario Kart Tour, I still like it for what it is. I think this is the point where I start to get more nostalgic for these tracks, and Coconut Mall at 4th place has proven that this is true. I love the theming here. It really stands out from the other Flower Cup tracks in the entire series. The feeling of trying to find out what escalator makes you go up faster was really fun because they can change direction without warning. The absolute best part about this track is the cars outside with your Miis driving them. Sometimes I would just make the craziest Miis and place them in the cars. Seeing this in the Booster Course Pass made me extremely nostalgic for it because it looks amazing compared to the original. But it didn't make it into the top 3 this time, so what did? So entering the top 3, we have the track almost everyone loves, and was featured in my Waves 5 and 6 predictions, Koopa Cape. In my opinion, this could be the best track the Koopa Troopa has ever had, to be honest. That section where you have to drive on the rushing water was so fun, and the underwater section with the underwater pathway will always be the best part. Kinda unrelated, but in Mario Kart 7's version, why would they remove the top part of the pathway and make it all underwater? It just doesn't make any sense, and they did the same thing in Mario Kart Tour. This almost made it to the top part of this list, but when I was younger, I knew that this track, along with the next 2, are the greatest ones ever created. Now we get to 2nd place, and wait a second. I'm sorry, were you expecting to see Dry Ruins in this spot? Oh, you actually were! How about Daisy Circuit instead? What? It's a good track. I have so much nostalgia for this track that I even included it in this list. One of the most iconic parts about this track is the statue of Luigi and Daisy in this town-like area. Not to mention, this track is really enjoyable to race on, and while I was typing out the script, well, it got added a few tours back. It got announced to Mario Kart Tour, and it looks amazing. Also, one of my favorite YouTubers that creates Mario Kart tracks in Minecraft, who inspired me, built this track, and it brought so many childhood memories back. I'll link his channel in the description. But there's one track that's better than everything else I mentioned on this list. And if you know me, you probably already know what track it is. This might seem a bit repetitive because other YouTubers are talking about this track, but I absolutely love Maple Treeway. In fact, when I saw this in the Star Cup from Mario Kart Wii, I thought that it was just going to be a regular track with the rest of the tracks in the game, like, it's just going to be not fun. But I was wrong about this! This is, without argument, the best Mario Kart track that has ever been created. You start somewhere in the middle of a forest and then get shot out of a cannon into the tree itself. Then you drive inside it and on top of it. I love the bouncy net bridge at the end because you can pull off so many tricks from it, but was sadly removed from Mario Kart 7's version and Tour and 8 Deluxe's version, and it never got seen again after that. The shortcut at the beginning is really easy to pull off because you only need like one mushroom. It can really help you catch up in a race. When I saw this come back in Wave 3 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, I was so nostalgic for it because this is my favorite track. And if anyone asked me what my favorite Mario Kart Wii track is, I would always answer with this. Wow, I really had a lot to say about this track. But it just goes to show why this is clearly the best of the entire tracks selected here. And I enjoy them all. So that was my ranking of the top 10 best Mario Kart Wii Nitro tracks. Please like and subscribe because this will take a long time to edit. Also, the YouTuber I mentioned... I've already mentioned that. My bad. Just make sure to subscribe to him. Thank you for watching, and let me know what your top 10 Mario Kart Wii tracks are in the comments below. And I swear, if anyone says that I don't have good mic quality, I will be screaming, "Oh, man, that's really so you can see white!"